What bottle of Buffalo Trace single barrel bourbon do you think is going to come out on top? Let's find out. What is going on, everybody? Nathan here with the Everyday Drinker, bringing you guys a brand new video. Today, we're going to be blinding and ranking single barrel Buffalo Trace products. These have all been blinded by my wife. I have absolutely no idea what is in what glass, as you guys always know, and this is going to be absolutely fantastic. I want to know in the comments below what your favorite single barrel Buffalo Trace product is. Let me know down in the comments below. If you're excited for this video, drop that like, and if you're brand new, smash that subscribe button. But before we get into anything crazy, I gotta let you know everything about this blind, right? We've got 6 bottles of Buffalo Trace single barrel bourbons, right? None of these are store picks. They're all from the distillery or distilleries themselves. The only one that's not specifically from Buffalo Trace is going to be the John J. Bowman single barrel that is all the way over here. So let's start over here on the right? We've got the John J. Bowman single barrel coming in at 100 proof. Next up, we've got Blanton's regular single barrel coming in at 93 proof. Next to that, we've got the Benchmark single barrel coming in at 95 proof. On our left-hand side here, we have the E.H. Taylor single barrel non-store pick. We've got a Blanton's Gold coming in at 93 proof. I forgot to say the proof of the E.H. Taylor. It's 100 proof. I hope you guys all know that. And then all the way to the left, right? The newest edition single barrel Buffalo Trace product that we got on the bar is going to be the Rock Hill Farms single barrel bottled at 100 proof. If you guys saw the video about this, the short, we got this for under $100, and I was very, very thankful to the Patreon that gave me the little tidbit of hints about this bottle right here. But as always, we're gonna start left to right and fast forward right to left so that you guys don't get bored. And starting here on our left. Whoa, all right, starting off with a banger. Deep dark cherry. Lots and lots of spice in this. Wow, is that just an impeccable nose. That nose is absolutely killer, and I hope that the palate is just as good. Wow, that is absolutely delicious. That is one heck of a pour. There's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. It's sweet. It's got some really, really bold, oaky characteristic to it. Lots of cinnamon coming through. Really, really nice, dark, rich cherry note that comes through. A little bit of like an apple pie aspect as well. One heck of a pour right there. And I think all of these other ones have a lot to go up against if that one is going to be just that good throughout this entire ordeal. If you guys don't know, we've got a couple of Buffalo Trace mash bill number 2s, couple of Buffalo Trace mash bill number 1s. The Blanton's 2 offerings here are mash bill 2 as well as the Rock Hill Farms. Mash bill 2 is just a little bit higher rye in that mash, and then mash bill 1, E.H. Taylor, Benchmark, and the John J. Bowman are all mash bill number 1. If I might be wrong on the John J. Bowman, I'm not quite sure, honestly. That might be mash bill 2. Let me know in the comments below if you are absolutely certain on what mash bill you think that John J. Bowman is, or if they get a plethora of barrels from Buffalo Trace down there, because I do know that they're going to start doing their own distillate, but I do know that that bottle right there is not their own distillate, and that is from Buffalo Trace. So let's get into glass number 2. Whoa, much different. Okay. Wow, that nose is almost too medicinal cherry, but it's on that cusp of, oh my God, that's enjoyable, or oh my God, that's almost like I'm smelling cherry cough syrup, or I have like a cherry cough drop in my mouth. That is so bold on the cherry. There's some really nice backbone of cinnamon on that as well. That is really pleasant. That really, really dark, rich cherry note dissipates a little bit after your first nosing of the glass. And that cinnamon really does come through on that back end and just overtakes it a little bit more. Let's get into the palate. Wow, that is another heavy hitter right there. That is really, really freaking good. Whoa, those first 2 are really, really good, and I don't know what we're gonna get into in these last 4, but I would be happy with just those two on my shelf. Those are absolutely fantastic and really different in their own way. This one had a little bit more of a brighter aspect to it. This one had a little bit more darker, richer, a little bit more maybe complexity to it. But nonetheless, let's get into glass number 3. Really, really like dark caramel off of this. There's almost like a little bit of like a richer honey note. A touch of a maple in this too. I'm so surprised that all of these have been so different on the nose. They're all relatively aged the same amount of time, minus the benchmark here, but really, really different noses so far. And I like this nose. It might be the best nose of the 3 so far. It's really, really sweet and rich. Let's get into the palate. Oh wow, that is a rich honey. It's got a little bit more of an oaky presence to it. Those tannins take over. They tingle the sides of your tongue. You get a little touch of a bitterness, but it's not a bad bitterness. It's something that dries out your tongue a little bit more, makes you want to go back into that glass there, and it's really, really good. There's a lot going on in that. I don't know if it's a lower proof or a higher proof. I'm gonna say it might be that one of these 100 proof offerings on the shelf. That is really, really freaking good. And I don't know if it's better than the first 2 though. So we're gonna move on to glass number 4. Glass number 4 is letter A. I don't know why my wife put these in out of alphabetical order, but hey, it is what it is. She probably mixed them up for me. Wanted me to be really, really confused. And probably you guys are confused too, but we're on glass number 4, letter A. Okay, so different on these noses. Wow, is that so bright and like just so enjoyable. It's so warm smelling. There's a lot of just bright fruits. There's a little bit of citrus note. I'm getting like apple skins and vanilla. It's like a vanilla ice cream coming out of this. This one makes me happy. This nose makes me happy. I like that. It's putting a smile on my face. Let's get into the glass and see if it continues. Oh, that's so good. Oh, that is so good. It's just so warm and bright and fruit forward, but it's not a dark, deep, rich fruit. It's a very, very nice, easy, approachable, fruity experience that is just like bright and enjoyable, and that's something that absolutely anybody can go to and enjoy what is coming out of that glass. That is so freaking good. Oh my. But we got to move on. We got to move on to letter B, number 5. Oaky. This is oakier on the nose, but that's the only thing I got off of that. Maybe a hint of a vanilla. Wow, okay. It's the lightest nose out of the 5 so far. There is not much going off on this glass, just oaky and a little touch of a sweetness. Let's see if this one opens up in the palate. Okay, that is more along the lines of a traditional Buffalo Trace sip. That is cherry, that's caramel, that's a little bit of brown sugar, there's a little bit of an oakiness going on in that, but that is your quintessential Buffalo Trace sip right there. If that was just regular Buffalo Trace in a glass, I would not be surprised, but that's not on the bar top here, so I don't know what that is. And we got one more to get into. Let's get into this and see what this one's all about. Okay, straight vanilla bomb. Vanilla, 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 vanilla. If I could just rap a vanilla rap, it would be vanilla, vanilla, vanilla. Because that's what this glass is. It's a one-note wonder. I think I know what this one is. And it is absolutely fantastic in its own right, but it doesn't have anything more than what that one note is, and that's vanilla. And I think, and this is now my 3rd bottle of the Benchmark single barrel, and they're all super, super consistent with that vanilla note. And it doesn't have any more complexity than what this one has, and I like the oaky presence that what this one had. So I don't know if I can flip them, but the but the fast forward is going to tell us more because I'm going to dive a little bit deeper into these on the right to left. So I hope you guys enjoy this music, and we'll see you on the flip side. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't think we moved a single glass. I think it stayed in the exact order that we had from sip number 1 all the way through the final glass number 6. I don't know if that's ever happened before. I don't know if my wife put these in the order that she thought that I would like them from first to worst, but nonetheless, that's pretty impressive. If she got this guess completely correct, that's absolutely one of a kind. But nonetheless, if you guys skip to this part, by all means, that's why I put that watermark on the bottom of the screen before we started this. If you are here, make sure you guys drop that like. Let me know in the comments below which one you think is going to come out in first place. And by all means, smash that subscribe button because we're on the road to 20,000 subscribers. But we're all here because we want to know what came in last and what came in first. And in last place, we've got letter E. And letter E, I'm just going to take a guess that it's the Benchmark. It is the Benchmark. Benchmark single barrel coming in 6th place. We all thought that this was a possibility, right? When we did the Buffalo Trace barrel proof and foolproof video, the Benchmark foolproof came in last place. We all had that inclination that it might beat out one of those, and we had, at least I thought that this one might be able to come out on top of at least one other bottle, but unfortunately, it just didn't. But it is so good for what the price is and for what it has to offer. So I give my kudos to the Benchmark single barrel. Let's find out what came in 5th place. 5th place is gonna go to letter B, and letter B, I'm just gonna take my guess. I'm gonna guess it's the Blantons. It is the Blantons at 93 proof. This bottle right here has been open for God knows how long. Actually, I think it's been open for almost 2.5 years now. Has it been 2.5 years? I think it has, because we got this bottle Christmas of 21. This was a bottle from 10/27/21. And, you know, that just goes to show that bourbon lasts for a very, very long time if you keep it in the right conditions. I've never let these bottles see the day of light. And, you know, I mean, a bottle that's 2.5 years old held its own against a bottle that is brand spanking new. I don't know if that says anything, but nonetheless, we got to find out what 4th place is. 4th place was letter A. I'd take my guess. Oh, okay, no. No. Okay, all right. No. That means John J. Bowman, single barrel, is coming in 4th place. Just missing out on the podium. I had my hopes that maybe that one would come in at least 3rd, but hey, nonetheless, 4th place is good placement for that bad boy right there. We're on our podium, right? We've got 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. 3rd place is gonna go to letter D, and letter D, I can't remember. No, is gonna go to the Blanton's Gold. The highest proof bottle on the bar top today, coming in at 103 proof, coming in 3rd place. 103, 3rd, hey, who knows? Maybe that was a little call to action right there. But we've got our 1st place and our first last place. And we've got 2 100 proof bottles of Buffalo Trace bourbon on the bar top. We've got mash bill number 2 with the Rock Hill Farms on the left, and we've got the E.H. Taylor single barrel bottled at 100 proof. This is the mash bill number 1. Which one's gonna come out on top? We're gonna find out right now. In 1st place of the Buffalo Trace Single Barrel Showdown Rankings video, we've got letter F. And I think that was this one right here. Without further ado, let's get a look at the bottom of the bottle and see what that letter is. And that is letter F. Just so you guys don't think I'm lying, zoom on in on that screen. That is letter F. E.H. Taylor barrel. E.H. Taylor single barrel coming in 1st place, and Rock Hill Farms single barrel coming in 2nd place. there you guys have it. That is the ranking. That is the order of these Buffalo Trace offerings. As always, I want to know what bottles you have and which ones you thought were going to come out on top. This is all done for science, and I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Until next time, this has been Nathan with The Everyday Drinker. Cheers.